made perfect sense. I mean, I partnered up on the spot. I mean, the fact that we can get paid on bills that I already paid, bills that everybody I knew already paid, to me, that was just tremendous. And then I get to refer people to this as well too, and I get to share this opportunity. I mean, to me, I was more like, how do I get started with this? Got started on the spot. My first few weeks, I was able to make 1,400 bucks. Now, to me, that was incredible. But then I kept on going through this and going through a training and a support system that you're gonna hear about today. I was able to create something here significant enough that I walked away from my job 9.5 months later. Now, I've been sharing this opportunity to people like yourself every day since then for the past little over a year now. Now, and that's what I love about what we do here is you can really do something significant with this. And that's what, to me, I just saw some tremendous amount of potential. And that's why someone invited you on here today, because they see potential in this as well too. And then now they're looking for business partners. So before you partner up with the company, we're going to kind of go through some slides here together, okay? We're going to kind of share with you some more details so you get the information that I got, about 2 years ago, okay? So let me do this. I'm going to go back to my slides, go back in here real quick, click on the buttons, and let's not watch the video again. So what we're going to do the research here together, right? So what is ACN? ACN is a customer acquisition company. You see, you're starting in the United States January 93. So we're 28 years old. We're also in 27 different countries, 5 continents, revenue of 4 billion over the last 5 years here and growing. Millions of customers acquired. But see, towards the bottom, this is the part that I absolutely loved. We're the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. Now, why do I like that so much here? Because what is it that we market? Essential residential business services, things that we all use on a day-to-day basis, right? I mean, look at this blue stripe here in the middle of the screen. These are the companies that we do business with. You probably recognize some logos. Well, the bet you pay a bill to some of them, or know some people do. See, I did. And that's what I love about this. If you go from left to right, you'll see things that are like wireless. So we partner with AT&T Wireless. We're also on Verizon Network and Sprint Network. Now we do high-speed internet. Now people can bundle that with home phone or television. We do electricity and gas, security automation with Vivid Home Security, payment processing for business owners, take credit cards. We have a company called Spree that does that. And then identity theft protection with a company called ID Seal. Now, that I mentioned earlier is we can show a savings with these services. We can save people money on bills that they're already paying. But this is business, and we can also make money on these bills as well too. And that's where I got excited. Now, questions I had was like, how? How do we do that? It's really simple. It's our business model. Okay. With ACN, like I said, is we acquire customers for these companies, but see, we do it differently than traditional business. Traditional business, they're going to spend money here. You can see here in internet marketing, different media advertising, mass mailings. With ACN, this is just referrals. Someone referred you to the call today, and I refer people to my website. See, that's how they do business here, is with referral marketing. There's no money spent in all that. So you see, there's a huge savings these companies have to do business with us. They pass the savings to the customers. The customers pay a bill each month. What ACN does here next is huge. They divvy out a piece of those bills to people like you and me. Now, what's it look like to partner up with ACN? It's an online business. Like I said, it's a one-time cost of $199 with a $25 monthly support fee. Now, what that gets you is your very own personalized online store. Now, this is the best part. ACN is going to do everything in business that you and I don't want to do. What do I mean by that? They're going to host it. They're going to update it for you every single day. Take care of the product information, the ordering, the customer care, the billing, the tracking, everything. I mean, our only job is one of two things. We help people save money on bills that we're already going to pay anyways, right? But see, we also have an opportunity to find people who want to make some money doing this as well too. Now, for doing those two things, we get paid. And we get paid 4 different ways. First, what I'm going to talk about here, left-hand side of the screen, customer acquisition bonuses. Somebody put, as you acquire customers with your websites, you're going to get paid bonuses. 3 services, $75, 5 services, 200, 8, 400, and so on. You see, the more services you refer, the bigger the bonuses. Now, what's a service? Internet service, 1. TV service, 2. Home security service, 3. Electric service, 4. Gas service, 5. You see, it's really easy to get these bonuses, right? You would agree with that. Now, while the bonuses are nice, The reason why I signed up, and many of us here as well too have signed up with ACN, is the right-hand side of the screen, the residual income. See, so what's residual? Doing the work one time, but getting paid over and over and over for it, right? For doing the work one time. So here's what I did. Almost 2 years ago, I shared this opportunity with my family members, some friends, and they became some customers, right? They set up some services, internet, electricity, some cell phone customers, that kind of stuff. But think about this. Almost 2 years ago, I got some bonuses for doing that. But what have we all done every 30 days? We paid a bill. And think about it. Every 30 days, as my friends, my family members, some coworkers are all paying these bills, ACN's direct deposit into my account up to 20% of these bills month after month after month. See, that just made absolute sense. That's what I get so excited about here with ACN, because of the residual income, doing the work one time, getting paid over and over and over. Now, that's the first ways to get paid. First two ways: refer customers to our websites. We get bonuses as they set up services, and residuals every month as they pay a bill, right? These next two ways where I get really excited. The overriding residual income. Simply put, we can build a team. We can refer this to other people who want to make some money on bills as well. Now, see, this is where I attended a training, much like you're going to hear from here in a minute, where they told me, Billy, you invite them to a Zoom, I'll do the presentation. And I just like, you have no idea what you just told me, because I can put people on a Zoom call. I mean, how about you, right? That's all I did, is I put business owners in front of this. I put people in real estate in front of this, some influential people that honestly I felt were harder working than myself. Now, I got excited because when they saw the opportunity, they signed up and they went out and got customers too. But here's the best part: as they went out and got customers, their customers pay bills. I get 4% of that because they're on my team. And see, you have that opportunity as well too, to go out and build a team. And see, that's how I've been able to walk with my job, is I build a team today that has over 2,500 customers that just pay bills every single month. And I absolutely love this. Now, fourth way we get paid, y'all, we literally get paid to introduce this to people. What I mean by that, if you look on the bottom, overriding customer acquisition bonuses. There's some positions in there, from the first position in company CQ to the top position, senior vice president. Now, what these mean here down there is when someone comes into your business and you help them get that first bonus, you get a bonus. Now, depending on what position you're at, it's from $50 up to $300. Like I said, y'all, we literally get paid to help other people make money. Now, I've been doing this a short amount of time here myself. I do have some other people on the line here that are having just a tremendous amount of success with this. First person I'm going to bring up is way over on the East Coast. He's a position we call a regional director, but he's a new regional director. He started 2021. I can't even say it right. 2021 as a regional director in this company. Dear friend of mine, but that's none other than Mr. Jovan Dudley. Jovan, if you can, everybody would love to hear from you, please, sir.
Thank you so much, Billy. Amazing job presenting the business. I'm just so excited, man. I want to sign up all over again. So, can we just agree? Billy just did a phenomenal job presenting the business. But Billy, thanks for having me on the call. I really appreciate that. Guys, Billy said a lot of kind words about me, but I'm just Jovan Dudley. I'm up here in upstate New York. I own a real estate investment company here. But when I took a look at this business, it made so much sense, because I knew that everybody that I knew in real estate, plus the clients and the tenants, were going to need these services no matter what. So it just made sense to partner up. I partnered up, and in a short period of time, my team has acquired a total of 132 business partners and 1,081 customers that my team and I get paid on every single month, month after month, year after year. And I'm just so blessed and excited to be part of this company. So thank you so much, Billy, for having me on the call. It wouldn't be possible without the training and support of the Rockstar system you guys see right here. Thank you so much.
Oh, Jovan, congratulations on all your success, man. Appreciate you hopping on the call and sharing with your story here. Now, gonna zoom back over to the central time zone here with the person who's actually closer to my neck of the woods here. Good friend of mine, but I want you to hear from his story as well too. And as far as the success he's having here, but Mr. Monty Epps, appreciate you. I'm kind of looking for your picture here. I'll see. There you go, Monty. If you could, love to hear from you, please, sir.
Absolutely. I'm like Javon. I kind of want to sign up all over again. You know, Billy, he can't say 2021, but we can say number one in 2020. That's for sure. You know, number one in his position. So appreciate everything you've done. You know, my name's Monty Epps. Out in the Dallas market. I'm an account manager for a trucking company. So literally, my background is broke. That's pretty much my background. I'm sure a lot of you guys can possibly relate to that. Most of you are probably doing better than me. I've been in AC a little over a year and a half now. I'm completely part-time, spare time, and that, you know, in that time I've been able to develop a team of, you know, over 400 business partners and over 3,000 customers that I get paid on each and every month. And it's definitely nothing that I've done truly special. You know, me myself, I just follow the system. You know, follow the system, follow guys like Billy, and you know the person that invited you. I guarantee you they're a rock star because they're on this call. But just follow the system. Completely part-time, spare time. My first month, I made $1,300. You know, so just follow the system and, you know, follow your leader, and sky's the limit to all of us. So I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Hey, appreciate you being on here, Monty. Absolutely love everything you're saying there as far as following the system. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. I can't talk today. I'm like stumbling all over my mouth. I have no clue why. It's so funny. But y'all, the next person, I have a real treat here on the line here. Now, dear friend of mine, I got the honor and privilege to meet this guy in person before COVID, right? Now we're going to go back over to New York area, but I want y'all just to hear from this gentleman here, real special individual, but at the top of the game as far as what he's doing in business, right? You know, so many people look after this guy, want to reach out to hear what he has to say and pick his brain for what he does in this business. You know, but that's what I love about this guy. He's a dear friend of mine as well too. But that's none other than top producing regional director, soon to be regional vice president, Mr. Michael Eric. Michael, 50 plus people here want to hear from you, please, sir.
I appreciate it. I'm just very, excited to be on a national platform with you guys. We're going to be training tonight, learning about getting customers, learning how to build a team. My name is Michael Eric. I'm nobody special. I'm a real estate agent in New York and Florida. And what I realized, every time I sold a home, I never got paid again. And I started looking for other ways of making money because there was no retirement at the end of my day at real estate. So I started looking. I ran into an individual that showed me the video that he showed me. And with that said, today, I have a total of 2,950 customers that pay their bill each month with a total of 435 business partners that expands into almost 41 different states that me and my family get paid on, no matter if I'm on the beach or if I'm skiing. So it's all due to the training, support, and ACN and the Rockstar system that you're going to learn right here. I'm fired up to be here, guys. I'm fired up that you're all here too. Happy New Year.
Absolutely love it. 2,900 something customers. You know, like I said, in real estate, getting tired of not getting paid on customers that are just kind of going through his fingers. So Michael, congratulations on all your success. You know, whether he's skiing or on the beach. I don't know if that's snow skiing or water skiing, but whatever it is, you gotta love that. And that's something I actually love about residual income, is because it's so true. Now I'm not even good at water skiing, so I'm gonna say it's snow skiing there. But you know, y'all, let me go and wrap my part. I want to show you something here. You know, whoever invited you in line here today, they're doing something significant. So let me go back to my screen, but kind of show you what's going on as far as where you're at in this space. Okay, let me show you this here. So let me show you the example. This here is you, right? So you saw in the presentation, saw in the video, all different services we offer, right? Electric, gas, identity protection, home security, TV, and everything else, right? Now, all we got to do is get you 5 bills. You would agree between you and everyone you know on the planet, you can get together 5 bills. Now, that will put $200 back in your pocket. Now, what we can do is we'll do a Zoom, much like this here for you, but we'll invite your people on it. We'll get you co-business partners. Now, we're going to help them make their money. When they get paid, you get paid. But here's what's awesome. It's for this, what they're doing here is a New Year's promo that's $625 for doing that right there. Go lock in your position and get that done. Get with the person that invited you on. But see, because here's what's exciting. The person that invited you here, they're building out 4 teams. As people start coming to their business, they're going to start stacking people beneath you, which is going to help you get that $625 bonus. So make sure you lock your position in here. You get those bonuses. You get yourself in a great position. But, my part's done here, but you heard from the testimonials about the training and the support. The support you have here, look at this. This is unreal. Every single body on this line here right now today who's currently in IBL, who's your upline, whatever, is here to help you out. But the training that we have here, that's what comes next. Now, y'all are in for some treats. So we have some very special guests here on the line here to help you out with this. And the first one I'm going to bring up here, he's going to teach you about building a massive customer base. Now, he's a very successful real estate agent. Now, this guy teaches realtors how to be good realtors. He teaches realtors how to make some money. This guy's a certified mentor, teaches multiple things in his platform within real estate. He's in the Houston, Texas market. He's my good friend as well, too. But that's none other than Dwight Cook, and we all call him Shotgun. Shotgun, love to hear from you. Please, sir.
Billy, that's a great presentation. You know, I want to start all over again too. I want that $625 bonus. Who wants to make a $625 bonus? I'm telling you. Okay. Well, let's look at something, because what I want to do is, first of all, my name is Shotgun, but that's because I was a rock and roll DJ in Tampa, Miami, Chicago, and in Houston. And I'm a realtor now. And when I saw this, I knew this is exactly what I needed to do. So this team is great. And I love working with each and every one of you. Even people that are not financially connected to me are helping me out. So let's talk about getting customers. Okay. Let's talk about making you some money today. We want to do that. Billy, are you showing the slides?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay. I thought you were showing the slides, buddy. Okay. Let me do that.
Oh, you're on a Zoom? Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about making money today. Who wants to start making money today? Okay. I'm going to show you some simple steps. This is a simple system, and it's a proven system over and over again that's duplicated throughout this entire team. So let's start making some money today. Let me, see, Billy, I guess you should have done it. Let's see. I hit the wrong button. Let's get going here from this slide. Okay, so we're going to show you how to get customers. Okay, I'm going to give you a goal. If you're just starting, I want you to think of this as your 24-hour goal, okay, to get customer qualified. I also like to say commission qualified, I guess, because I'm in real estate. But CQ is what we're talking about. When you become CQ, it puts you in a position to make money in this marketing plan. And this is a great plan. I don't want you to miss any bonuses, and you won't if you're a CQ. So what is customer qualified? Let's talk about that. I want you to be in position to make money starting tonight. Okay, it's very simple. Billy was talking about services, electric service, internet service. Okay, we're talking about services here. If you get 3 services and 7 points, and I'll show you what points are in just a moment, or if you get 2 services and 12 points, now you're qualified for your first check. And what they'll do is they'll actually put it directly in your bank account. So let's do that. Okay. You're going to do a Zoom presentation. Okay. You're going to invite some people to a Zoom, and your upline, whoever invited you here, or somebody on the team, will actually do the presentation. Now, your sources for your customers start off with the people that say no, or not right now. Then what I want you to do is I want you to ask them a couple of questions, okay? Or you can also talk to people that you do business with. I like to do business with people that do business with me. So I'll present this to them. If they don't want to do the business, then I'm going to ask them. You can even go to friends and family. And here's what you do. You say, would you do me a favor? Why don't you try one of my services? Let me help you save some money and see if I can't, actually get you signed up right now. So favor, why, help, try a service. Okay. You can show your customer the savings and they'll join. Okay. They'll join as a customer. Now, you can also look at yourself. That's what I did when I first started. When actually it was Billy that presented the business to me when I saw it. He showed me the system, and I immediately signed up electricity. I have a couple different properties, so I signed up electricity at all 3 of my properties. And then I did the same thing with internet and Vivint Home Security. So this is a system that you can do, and you can pay commission, or you can make commission on your own bills. Now, you have to think like a business owner. You can't think like, okay, I'm just earning a paycheck here. No, you're a business owner. So what you want to do is you want to train yourself by becoming your own customer. Now, if you have never used Vivint Home Security, how are you going to sell somebody if you're using another home security system? No, you're going to say, try this. Well, I don't know anything about it. I've never used it. Oh, the same thing if you're a car salesman. You're not going to sell a car at a Ford dealership. If you're driving a Subaru, you need to drive a Ford. You're going to build belief not only in yourself, but your customer is going to see that, well, he knows what he's talking about. She knows what they're talking about, because they actually use these services too. And you get paid on your own services. So let's look at what we do. Okay, very simple. I want to go over this again because it's very, very important. You want to earn customer acquisition bonuses. And that's what I was talking about. When you become CQ, 3 services and 7 points, or 2 services and 12 points, you get a $75 bonus. I want you to concentrate on 5 services and 10 points. That's going to pay you a $200 bonus, which is what it costs to get into ACN. And think of this. You add 3 more services, $400. 11 services, another 3 services, and you make more. You make $200 for every 3 additional services. So this is great. Bonuses are great, and we want you to get this. You have to become CQ. It's imperative. You will never make any money in ACN unless you become customer qualified. And then we want you to host a Zoom meeting. And the Zoom meeting, you invite your friends, we'll do a presentation for you, and boom, you got your first check. Now, let's go over the points, because this was confusing to me until I saw this chart right here. This chart shows you that every different service has a different point value. And so that means that, it's just a matter of, plugging the number of services and the number of points together to come up with the combination that you want. So when you're going CQ, for example, if you'll see there on the bottom right of the screen, if you got home security with Vivint, ID theft protection with ID Seal, that's 2 services. That pays a total of 12 points, and you've earned $75. You are CQ with just 2. But if you get the 5 services, okay, you can earn your $200, 5 services and 10 points. Now, if you look across the top of the screen, you'll see that ID theft protection, ID Seal pays on 8 points. It pays for the annual program. Electricity and gas pays 1 to 2 points. Home security is 8 points. Payment processing, to process those credit cards that, the merchants take. Well, we can help businesses with that. That's 3 points. Wireless, 1 to 10 points. So look at this. These are things that people use all the time. Internet is 1 to 2 points. AT&T TV, that gets you points. DirecTV, Frontier, Spectrum, Dish. You can do a bundle and you can earn some points. So I want you to think in terms of how many services you need to become CQ and how many points. And then you can use this chart. If you go to acn.com, you can get the breakdown on it. But the person that brought you here, invited you here tonight, can give you this chart. Now, here's a couple of CQ examples to get you promoted today. ID Seal Annual plan, 8 points plus Vivint. We just went over that, 16 points. 2 quarterly IDC seal plans, 8 points, and add an electricity to it, you're at 9 points, your CQ. ID Seal, quarterly plan, 4 points, Vivint Home Security for 8 points, you're at 12 points, your CQ. Or how about 4 electric services, ID Seal, 8 points. Very simple to do. When Billy introduced this to me, I became CQ on his way to Waco. So just a couple hours. You know, I got this right in there. I've seen people do it even faster than that. Some people are faster on the computer than me. All right. We don't want you to stop there. The January Fast Start bonus is in play right now. This was not here when I joined and may not be here next month either. And so this means that when you become customer qualified, we get you to the next level with those 2 business partners and getting them both 5 services. When that happens, you become an ETL, executive team leader. This is going to pay you a big bonus, an extra $400 bonus. You can earn $625 bonus, the bonus that Billy showed you earlier. You can earn that, and people are doing that like in a week, in 10 days. So what we want you to do is become customer qualified now. And when you do that, you're going to create a story. Think about this. If you became customer qualified within 24 hours and you earn money, hey, I started this business and in 24 hours, I made money. Do you think people would listen to you? Or if you spent several months not doing anything, would that be as exciting? Of course not. So we want you to get customer qualified. We want you to go ETL and collect an additional $400. Procrastination is the thief of opportunity, you know, and I want you to get CQ'd today. So it's my pleasure now to introduce a gentleman that has been a mentor to this entire team. I'm going to stop sharing here. This gentleman is not only good at barbecuing, as I can attest to, but this gentleman has put this system in play for the entire team. He has been the #1 senior vice president for the past 13 years, going on 14 years in a row now. He's a Circle of Champions member. And like I say, he is the one that developed this entire Rockstar system that's making people money. So pay close attention. I want you to meet Michael Mazer. Michael, take it away.
Dwight, I appreciate that introduction. And first of all, congratulations on regional director. And for everybody that's watching this evening, you know, when Dwight took a look at the business, he had no background in this industry. How many of you can relate to Dwight? How many of you never done anything like this before or tried anything like this before? But here's what he brought to the table, 3 things. #1, coachability. How many of you agree? Sometimes the older we get, it's harder to be coached. He was extremely coachable to the system. The second thing he brought to the table was a work ethic. How many of you agree there's work here? But see, anything in life worthwhile is going to take work. You know, this isn't get rich quick. It's get rich, but it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. And the third thing he brought to the table is a reason for doing the business. He wanted to get some residual income, not have to continue going out there and selling and recruiting and selling properties. Came in, got his business off to a fast start, hit executive team leader in record time, regional director. Now he's one of the top regional directors, not only in our team, but in ACN. So I'd like to give it back to Dwight Cook. Let's give him a hand. Congratulations, my friend. Just so proud of you. Well, guys, you know, first of all, welcome to the training call. My name's Mike Mazer. You know, and first of all, I want to say congratulations for everybody that got themselves here tonight. You know, it says that you want something here. There's something about you. I need to learn. I need to figure some things out. And my job this evening is to teach you how to build an organization. See, what you're going to find is the real money is distribution. See, making money over other people's efforts. See, it's a leverage. J. Paul Getty said it the best. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts versus 100% of my own. How many of you understand that? How many of you are getting 100% of your efforts today? See, you know, when I took a look at this business, I've been in ACN going on 19 years now, but my background was nothing to do with ACN, meaning I was just a hard worker. You know, I've done everything from deliver pizza, cut grass, construction, car sales. I've done a little bit of everything, you know, but when I took a look at this opportunity, it was a little different than this, meaning I actually went to a living room. A friend's mother called me up and said, hey, do you look at other ways of making money? Now, if a friend's mother called you up and said, do you look at other ways of making money? What would you think it was? I thought it was yard work or pick up something heavy. And, you know, but she was excited about something. She's like, you know, I got this thing and I want you to meet this individual that's having massive success. He's expanding his business to, you know, our hometown. And, you know, he's coming in from out of town and I'd love for you to meet him. And, you know, I asked her a couple questions and she really didn't answer my questions. She said, look, I'm not the expert. I got the expert coming. He's going to be at my house Wednesday night. And I remember my brother and I, we went over to her living room and we took a look at this opportunity. And when the video was over and he was done explaining it, it just made sense. How many of you, this just makes sense? See, here's what I realized. You didn't have to sell me if people were going to use cell phones. You didn't have to convince me if people were going to watch television or use the internet. See, that was a no-brainer to me. That underside of the business, what the company marketed was a no-brainer. But what I want to understand is, what do I need to do? How does it work? You know, and I remember I went to my first training and they just explained a very simple system. You know, people say, how did you and your brother get so successful in ACN? What was very simple is we followed the system. We were extremely coachable. We brought a work ethic here. You know, now today we have something happening that's never happened before, this technology. See, when I built my ACN business, and as I started to build my business, first of all, I launched it in my living room. I invited people to my living room. I hosted a meeting in my living room. Some people got started. I remember we invited about 44 people. I called almost 100 people and I read a script to them. And out of the 100 people, 44 of them, 45 said, you know, the night of the meeting, 22 people showed up. I introduced a speaker and I allowed the speaker to do the presentation on my behalf. At the end of our meeting, a couple things happened. We had some people that said, you know what? It's not for me. I said, thank you. And so they became customers. So two things happened. One, I got customers. I got my initial customers, which was extremely important. The second thing was we had 8 people that said, I want to do this. This makes sense. And they said, okay, what's the next step? I said, well, go to training. So they attended the same training I attended, and they duplicated that simple system. They hosted a meeting. They invited people. They got customers. They got people that joined their business. And today we've built an organization that's globally referred over 230,000 customers to ACN. Now, here's the exciting thing. They've referred over 230,000 customers that every 30 days going to do what? Pay their bills. They're going to pay that electric bill. They're going to pay that gas bill. They're going to pay that internet bill, that cell phone bill, meaning they're not going to do anything different. Just continue doing what they're doing. But me and tens of thousands of people get a little percentage of every dollar they spend. But can we agree timing in business is everything? How many of you'd rather be at the right place at the right time than smart? See, there was a lot of smart people that, you know, lived down or stayed in the same dorm room as the Facebook guys, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, and because they were close to him and because they partnered up in the beginning, they've had massive success. You know, today we're seeing things that have never happened before. And I'll give you an example, not only this technology, but first of all, I'd like to make sure that, you know, guys, we're going through life right now. I hope everybody's healthy and I hope everybody's safe. And we're going to get through this. Can we all agree? This is life. But today I'm seeing something that I've never seen before in my whole ACN career. More people are open-minded to a second form of income. Look, we have 64 people on the call tonight that are looking at other ways to make money. There's people here that are looking for something with a low startup cost, but a high return. Can we agree that's hard to find sometimes? Usually business costs money. and they cost a lot of money, right? The second thing is people are looking for things that are recession proof. Can we agree the cell phone's recession proof? Electricity's recession proof. Internet's recession proof, right? And then they're looking for things that they can do from home and they can scale. And we have one of the greatest opportunities out there. But for you to have success, you got to be coachable. Everybody say coachable. How many of you just didn't say coachable? Do you see how you're not starting out being coachable? See, you just got to be coachable, because remember, we want you to have more success than we did. We want your business to grow faster than ours. And the more coachable you are, the faster this is going to grow. The second thing is bring a work ethic. Understand that not everybody can put a lot of time in this, but when you got a couple of, when you put time in, put it in, be present. You know, I was working a full-time job. I was delivering pizza on the weekends and I was doing ACN. So can we agree I was busy? But when I was doing ACN, I was doing ACN. I was consistent in my efforts. And the third thing, bring a reason for doing this business. See, why are you on this Zoom tonight? Everybody take a minute and ponder that. How many of you want to make a couple extra $100 a month? Well, that's available to you here. How many of you'd like to make an extra $1,000 or maybe $2,000 a month? Well, that's available to you here. How many of you'd like to make a lot more than that? That's available to you here. But you want to get off to a fast start. So there's a couple things. Billy, if you could start the slides, please. Is you want to launch your business. You know, first slide, please. The first thing you want to do is you want to have your launch, your PBZ. There's a couple things I'm going to say tonight, like PBZ. It means private business Zoom. And you're going to schedule one just for you. I would schedule it in the next 24 or 48 hours, right? You can text the person that brought you into the business and say, hey, look, I'd like to schedule my Zoom tomorrow night or Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. You know, see, you got to pick a date. What I find is people procrastinate. And can we agree procrastination is the thief of opportunity? See, this is your grand opening to your business, but the faster you do it, the faster it'll duplicate. See, we schedule your meeting in the next 24 hours and you put some people, I'm going to teach you tonight how to get some people and how to put them on a Zoom and let somebody else do the presentation for you, you know, and you do that quickly, we're going to sign people up. People are going to see this opportunity and they're going to look at you and ask you what you did. Can we agree if you wait a week or 2 weeks to do your Zoom, to do your presentation, to have your kickoff meeting? Can we agree everybody that gets started is going to wait 2 weeks to do the same thing? See, you're going to find that you set the pace of your organization. Now, once you figured out the launch date of your meeting, whether that's tomorrow or Saturday or at the absolute latest Sunday, you want to start putting a list of names together. Now, look, do you see where it says number 2, a list of a minimum of 100 numbers? Now, I remember when they taught this to me, I'm like, well, you know, I probably can get 30 or 40 names on a piece of paper because I was thinking my brother, my mother, couple friends, couple coworkers, you know, just my circle of influence. But what I was doing is I was prejudging everybody else. Like I was prejudging people that own businesses, you know, like the guy I worked for. I sold cars. I worked at a car dealership, actually a Toyota dealership, you know, and I was like, there's no way that owner of that Toyota dealership would ever do this business. And I started prejudging people and I didn't realize I was making one of my biggest mistakes in the business is prejudging people. See, here's what you're going to find. The people that you think will do this won't. And the ones that you're convinced will do, or the ones that you convinced will not do this, will. See, you never know. Here's my experience in ACN. If you look, the people that do this, people that are business owners. See, here's what I find. People that are business owners understand business. They've usually spent a lot of money and a lot of time opening up their businesses. They have overhead, they have fixed costs, they have liabilities, they have employees, they have everything that takes it to make it in business. But when they see ACN, here's what they see: no overhead, unbelievably low startup cost, simple system to plug into, a global opportunity, meaning outside of their area. So business owners see this the quickest. And can we agree today, business owners right now are looking for other ways to make money? The second type of people you want to put on your list, and we all know these people are people that have done this type of marketing before. How many of you have heard this type of marketing? It's called network marketing. How many of you heard companies like Mary Kay Cosmetics? How many of you heard of Mary Kay Cosmetics? See, they're a network marketing company and they sell cosmetics. Company did $5 billion last year in business selling cosmetics, you know, or how about a company called the Amway Corporation? Yeah, Amway, they sell products. Now, why am I pointing them out? When you show this opportunity that to somebody that has experience in this industry, here's what they see. I don't have to change a buying habit. This isn't a product. This isn't something I got to go ask people money for. This is something that I'm already using. I can save people money, make money. They get in, but they'll bring their time, they'll bring their experience with them. And I'll give you an example. We have a gentleman that came into our business. His name's Giash Ahmed. Now, Giash is out of the New York City marketplace. He was already very successful in this industry with another company. Now, and when I say successful, he was one of the top reps in another company. Now, how many of you, honestly, if you knew Giash and you knew he had a lot of success doing this with another company, how many of you would put him on your list? Most of us would prejudge him, yes or no? We'd say, well, you know what? He's probably happy. He's probably doing really well. Well, someone didn't prejudge him. Individual called him up, said, you look at other ways of making money. He says, what do you got? He talked about the presenter. He actually came to a meeting. He took a look at our opportunity and he was blown away. Now, what do I mean by blown away is he signed up on the spot. He's like, this makes sense. There's nothing to sell here. He's like, I'm already using the services anyways. I got a team of people that know how to do this. He got started in ACN, and in 6 months, he went from a brand new representative to a regional vice president. He put over 1,000 IBOs in the business. I think he has over 20,000 customers today. Now, how many of you'd like to have Giash on your team? Think about the person that brought him in. But he had network marketing experience. Other one they mentioned it, real estate professionals. Real estate professionals do great at this business and everybody else. But you want to make the list. Now, here's the other thing. The bigger the list, the bigger the business. Small list, small business. People say, well, Mike, I don't know 100 people. I bet you do. See, if I said I was going to give you $1,000 a name, but you had to have 100 names on a piece of paper, how many of you could come up with it? How many of you get real creative? You'd be like, mailman. Like, I know him, but I don't know him. Like, we know each other. How many of you just start writing names down? See, that's what you want to do here. And you want to do that. Now, here's the other thing is invite. See, the Zoom that you have is going to duplicate, good or bad. So let's say you put a couple people on the Zoom. Can we agree? You know, they're going to see the opportunity. Someone's going to do a great presentation for you. That's going to make sense to them as it made sense to you. They're going to sign up, but they're going to look at the Zoom and say, well, I'll just do what you did. And if you put 2 people in front of it, how many are they going to put in front of it? 2. Because people do as we do, not as we say, yes or no. But let's say you go all out and you put 20 people on a Zoom. Well, I'll tell you what, you put 20 people on a Zoom, I'll personally come do it. You get my attention and every other leader in your organization. You know why? Because I know what'll happen. It'll duplicate quick. It'll duplicate quick. Now, I'm going to teach you tonight how to get people from your list to your Zoom. I'm going to teach you that. But before I do that, I want you to realize a couple things. Number one, people see you as you. People see you as you. You know, I'll give you an example is, you know, if when I called people up and I didn't use the script and I started talking about, you know, this thing I saw, deals and services, and we can make money part-time, you know, people started to become a little skeptical because they knew me for what? Selling cars, delivering pizza, cutting grass, things like that, doing construction. They didn't see me as a telecom or energy expert. But when I used the script and I read the script and I called people up and just really got good at what I'm going to teach you, people were open to come take a look. My business turned around. People were interested in seeing it. And today it's even easier for you because you don't have to get them to your living room. All you have to do is get them on the Zoom. Now, Billy, can you give me the next slide? Here's our script. And this script has literally taken people's business and explained it, right? So first thing you want to do is you want to call somebody up and you want to qualify them by asking them a simple question. So let's say I was calling Billy up and I call Billy up and I'd say, hey, Billy, it's Mike. Do you have a second? See, what am I doing? I'm setting up the call. Do you have a second? Do you look at other ways of making money? Now, when you asked a question, wait for a answer. Now, Billy can give me one of three types of answers. He could give me yes, he could say no, or what are you talking about? Can we agree they're the three types of answers? Right? Now, let's say Billy says no to that question. It's not my time to get that salesperson hat on and go, what do you mean you don't look at other ways of making money? No, if he says no, I thank him and I move on to the next person on my list. But if they say, what are you doing? Or what's it all about? Or yes, right? Here's what you want to say. I have a very successful business owner. Have you ever used Zoom? That's going to be doing a 20-minute presentation at 7 p.m. And he's going to show me and a group of people exactly what he's doing. It's going to take about 15 minutes. I can only invite 20 guests. And I thought about you. Can I send you the link? If yes, you can read what's there. Now, here's what I did, is I got good at two things. Number one, the script, and number two, answering questions. Even to this day, I invite people this way. So let's say I was calling Billy up. I'd say, hey, Billy, it's Mike Mazur. You got a second? Want to ask you questions. You look at other ways of making money. Yes. Well, Billy, I don't know if you know this, but I've been working on a car a lot for a number of years and I'm not getting rich doing it. And I found a company that has a very successful business owner that's doing a Zoom presentation tomorrow at 7 p.m. for 20 minutes. I'm inviting a small group of people to take a look at it. I'm only allowed 20 guests. Can I put you down as coming? It's going to start at 7 p.m. It's going to take about 20 minutes. Now, can we agree most people are going to have questions? Now, why do they ask questions? Is because they're interested, they're curious. Now, where do you take their curiosity when you answer their question? And then you create skepticism. So I never talked about the meeting, I talked about the person, not the thing. So people would ask me questions like, Mike, what's this all about? I'd be like, look, I don't know all the details, but here's what I do know. The company deals in services. The gentleman's name's Billy Lithicum. He's having massive success doing it. And based on the success he's having, I want to hear what he has to say on the Zoom presentation at 7. How about you? And I've had people ask me other questions like, Mike, I need a little bit more information. Well, that's great. The Zoom's going to last about 15 minutes, maybe 20 on the outside. But did you hear the fact Billy's having success and all you got to do is dial into a Zoom to see it? Now, can we agree sometimes you're going to have people that are close to you that are going to push you a little bit more? They're going to ask you extra questions. Look, when somebody asked me a third question, here was my response. I say, look, I'm in the car business. I don't know anything about services, but Billy does. And based on his success, I want to hear what he's doing. How about you? I'm not going to tell them anything because here's why. One question leads to a second question, leads to a third, leads to a decision. Keep it simple. Follow the script. Here's the other thing. The person that got you in this business is going to practice this invite with you. All as I did is practice it a couple times and I picked up the phone and I just started making phone calls. But the other thing I was excited. See, we communicate with feelings, not words, yes or no. I was excited about the business I found. I was excited about the opportunity, but I realized that I was selling the person, not the thing. I didn't get into what it's all about. I get into the success the person's having. See, it's never about the thing. And I'll give you an example. How many of you know who Mark Cuban is? Extremely successful entrepreneur. Imagine if I called you up and I said, hey, I got a guy from Dallas that's going to show us how to make some money in business. How many of you are interested in coming? Billy, can you open up the things? I want to see people's hands. Right? Couple of you. Imagine if I did the same invite and said, look, I have a gentleman named Mark Cuban, and he's going to come show us what he's doing on a Zoom. How many of you'd come? Now, why did everybody raise their hand on Mark Cuban, but they didn't raise their hand on the first question? But the business is the same, because Mark is edified. Edification is the biggest key here. I edified my speaker. I built value. They're no different than everybody here has value in who Mark Cuban is. Why? He's edified in your eyes. Everything that you've read about him, you've heard about him, you've seen, you give a lot of value to come into. It doesn't matter what he's talking about. I want to come see what he has to say. So the bigger value you give your speaker, your presenter, the more people the more people will want to come hear from him. Now, I'd like to bring up an individual tonight that took this information, signed up in our business, and hit executive team leader in 3 days. Say, well, how's that? How could someone hit executive team leader in 3 days? Very simple. He signed up. He attended a training just like you guys are attending now. He hosted a Zoom. Couple people signed up. He's executive team leader. But what's happening is in his business is his team is doing the same thing he is. So I'd like to bring up Eric Conley, executive team leader. Where's Eric at? Do we lose Eric? Billy, you have Eric? Can you see him?
He was on a little bit ago. He fell off, actually.
No problem. Well, here's what I know. Eric came into this business. His background is contracting. He's from Ohio. Never did anything like this before, but here's what he is: coachable. Coachable. He did the same thing that everybody's doing right now. Signed up in a business, immediately came to a training just like you are. He got off the training and did two things. One, he got scheduled his presentation. He made it for the next day. Then he turned around and got some customers, ETL in 3 days. He's 8 days in the business. But guys, what do you think his team's doing? The same thing. This is so simple, most people miss the concept. But can we agree most successful concepts are simple, yes or no? Now, the other thing I want to show you is this. Billy, can you go to the slides, please? Next slide. Look, here's all you want to do. Professional background, have your camera on, lights on, test your microphone. The person that's doing your meeting is going to coach you on all this. All is your job is to fill that Zoom presentation. Next slide. Let's schedule your Zoom with the next 24 and 48 hours. Here's what I want to do. Is everybody that's new, I'm going to take a minute and I want you to text the person that put you on the Zoom and tell them when you want to have your Zoom meeting. Now, why do you want to do it right now? Because as an organization, this week, we scheduled over 400 Zooms. Now think about this. We have 400 people are launching their business. So if you'd like a professional, good speaker to come do your Zoom, you got to schedule it now. You don't want to put it off. So make sure you schedule your Zoom. Now, next slide, Billy. Guys, I'm just so excited about this opportunity because, you know, I'm in my house in Dallas, Texas. Like this never existed for me 12 months ago. I mean, over the years of doing this business, I've traveled, I've put hundreds of thousands of miles on cars. I've got on planes. Why? Because we used to have to do the presentation and the trainings in person. Today, we can do Zoom. This morning, you see how great this opportunity is. I was doing a presentation this morning in the UK. Now I'm in my house in Dallas, Texas. How can I do it over this? This technology never existed before. Every one of you can build a business quicker than we did based on Zoom technology, but you got to get it. You got to get yourself started. You got to get it out of the gate. Now, I'm going to teach you a little bit about mindset. Look, this is extremely important. See, mindset is understanding what your job is. See, if you read it, it says professionals sort and amateurs sell and convince. Look, I called somebody up and said, hey, it's Mike. Do you have a second? I want to ask you a question. If you looked at other ways, do you look at other ways of making money? If they said no, I thanked them and moved on. Now, not in the beginning. In the beginning, I tried to convince them to come to my living room. I tried to convince them to take a look at this, and here's what I found. It was draining. How many of you know that convincing people is draining? Yes or no? See, be a professional, listen, sort, and move on. See, remember, a no might not be a no forever. See, here's a reality of everybody on your list. Some will, some won't. Someone's waiting. Next. See, understand that, more people are looking today, but you need to go through people. The person that makes the most phone calls, the person that puts the most people in front of this opportunity wins. Now, the next slide, please. Here's what I loved about ACN. ACN is the same for everybody. See, the company's the same for everybody. We all sell the same services. See, here's what I know, that internet, everyone uses, electricity, everyone uses, cell phone, everyone uses, television, all these services, everybody uses. See, you didn't have to convince me that the services weren't needed. The company, I love the marketing plan. They said equal it is as equal does. How many of you like that? See, that was uncommon to me because every time I worked a job, for instance, in the car business, I was never going to be the owner. Why? Because the owner was grooming that position for his son. My name didn't match the sign. So the company's the same. The services are the same. The difference here is you. See, there's people on this Zoom tonight that are making an extra couple $100 a month, and they're excited. There's people on this Zoom tonight that are making thousands of dollars a month. There's people in this Zoom making tens of thousands of dollars. People may even making more. And there's people on the Zoom that haven't made anything. What's the difference? The difference is you. See, I tell people this is like a gym membership. If you get a membership and never go to the gym, can we agree you've wasted your time and you wasted your money and nothing's going to change? See, every book I've ever read when it comes to business, for things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. You got to invest in you. Guys, I'm still, to this day, reading books on people that have made a lot more money than me in this industry. And I want to get something from them. What did I do? I just kept putting people in front of the business. And here's what I realized. The ones that I thought would not do it, did it. The guy that owned the car dealership I worked for, his name was Danny Fiore. He owned 5 car dealerships: Fiore Toyota, Fiore Volkswagen, Fiore I never thought he would do something like this. He'd sign up. I had all kinds of people doing this that I never would think do this, but you got to invest in you. Now, last slide, please. There's 4 steps to success here. First of all, you're at step 1. Step 1 is attend to training. That's what you did. Congratulations. Give yourselves a hand. You've already achieved step 1. You came to the training. You understand the basics of what we need to do. Now, what do you need to do? You got to get CQ. To go to step 2, which you can do tonight, is 1, get CQ. Get a couple customers. Look, I was my own customer. I went and got DirecTV. I never had DirecTV before, but why did I want to become my own customer? Because then I didn't have to sell it. I could share it. People say, well, how's the service? I say, it's great. I was with Comcast Cable. Now I'm with DirecTV. There's really no difference. The only difference is I'm getting paid on my service now. So get yourself CQ. I've watched people come into this business and they skip that part. They don't get CQ. They have a meeting. They have 4 or 5 people sign up at their meeting, but they don't make any money because they didn't get their first couple customers. Can we agree that's important? You don't want to miss any money. So you get CQ, you host a PBZ, just like Eric did. You'll go ETL. Now you've made money. Now you have a story. And then you qualify for Friday Night Leadership. See, I know there's people on this line here tonight that want to learn, what's the marketing plan? Okay, great. How can I make big money here? I need to know exactly what to do. I need to understand this marketing plan. We explain that in detail at ETL leadership class. There's people that here, that want to know more about how the system works and how can I build a business globally. We're going to explain that at Friday Night Leadership. We got hundreds of people on Friday Night Leadership. Why? They're ETLs going regional directors. Guys, we've been the #1 team in ACN for 14 years. And you know why we've been the #1 team? Because we have a simple system that works. See, I said simple, but not easy. Yes or no? Simple is what I just taught you. It's easy if you don't let the no's bother you. Then we're going to have a virtual convention for ACN. That's in March 13th, actually, is going to have a virtual convention. And then you just repeat the steps with your new people. Guys, this business can give you everything you want. I'm so grateful to be in ACN. Billy, can you get the next slide? Was there another slide there? I'm so grateful to be in ACN. And here's why. I didn't realize how big of an opportunity this was. When I took a look at ACN, I said, man, if I could make an extra $300 to $400 a month, you know what that was to me? A car payment. I said, man, I could be driving a free car. My first month, I made a little bit more than that. And I was excited. Why? Because it showed me it worked. But then I also had my story. You got to go create your story. And you have the greatest time in history to build this business with some amazing people. There's people out there tonight that are waiting for you to call them. There's people out there tonight that are hurting. Can we agree? There's people out there tonight that are looking for a secondary income. I never thought I could own my own business until I saw ACN. But you know what I love best about it? There was people in my business that were above me that were willing to help me. See, the reason we're the #1 team in this company is because everybody on this line, every leader that we have, if you text them right now and say, I want to do a Zoom presentation, they're going to text you back, yes. See, they're not going to just sign you up and say, hey, good luck, go do it all yourself. They're going to partner with you. They're going to help you. They're going to work with you. You're going to make great friends with these individuals. I mean, look, we make some money together. We're going to become friends, yes or no? But the first step is yours. The first step is yours. So guys, here's what we're going to do is make sure that you do 2 things. #1, get back to the person that put you on the Zoom. If you're brand new and you're just getting started, I want to say welcome to the Rockstar organization. That's the name of our organization. We're the #1 team in ACN. So not only did you get the great opportunity at a great time in history with the #1 team. This is a win, win, win. Welcome to the team. If you've been here a while and you're on this Zoom tonight and you want your business to go faster, people do what you do. Schedule another Zoom. Say, you know what? I got more people on my list. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a Zoom. I'm going to relaunch my business. I'm going to continue putting people in front of this opportunity till it works for me and my family. So guys, with that being said, I'm excited for each and every one of you. This is concluded training. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I'm looking to get to know you. So this concludes the training. Everybody have a phenomenal evening. And for the brand new ETLs, I can't wait to see you tomorrow night at ETL. Dwight, Billy, appreciate you guys. Appreciate your leadership. That concludes the training. Everybody have a great night. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Great training.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great night. Thank you.
Powerful, Mike.